In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I create best-selling sweatshirts to sell on Etsy over and over again. It's a very simple method that I use a lot of times. So by the end of this video, you are not only going to know how to find a really good niche for a print-on-demand item, you're going to know how to design for that in under a few minutes, and then make a listing that people actually want to click in and add to their cart so they can buy this. It's going to be very straightforward, but packed with a lot of info, so I'm not going to waste any time, and we're just going to jump right into starting to create your next best-selling sweatshirt. Now, if you have never sold print on demand before, the very first thing you are going to need to do is create an account with a manufacturing partner. Now, all this means is the manufacturing partner is the person who is doing all the legwork for actually getting the items you make to your customers. So while you are creating the design and you're making the listing on Etsy, your manufacturing partner, they're going to store the item, they're going to print it, they're going to pack it, they're going to ship it out. They handle all of that logistics. Now, the company that I have used for a long time is called Printify. Probably many of you already use them. And if you don't use them, they are 100% free to get started with. I will link all of their information down below. But basically, you just create an account with them. And then anytime you get a sale of an item, you are just responsible for paying the wholesale cost of that t-shirt or sweatshirt. So for example, if you sell a sweatshirt on Etsy for $40, you would pay Printify the cost of that sweatshirt, which could be anywhere from like $15 to $20, and then you keep the difference in the profit. So I am over on my Printify account right now, and I am just going to show you how I pick out the items I am going to sell. So for today, we are making a sweatshirt, and I like selling sweatshirts because they are typically a higher ticket item. So every time you make a sale, you're going to make a little bit more profit than you would even selling a t-shirt or something like a mug. So let's go ahead and look up a sweatshirt, and Printify has a ton of different options for a sweatshirt. So I'm going to show you my favorite ones and ones that I think you can make the most profit with. Now, my pick for a sweatshirt that is a really good cost to sell and it's still really good quality is just going to be the Gildan 12,000 sweatshirt right here. But another brand I like for a little bit of a step up in quality is going to be Comfort Colors. They're a little bit more expensive than this, but if you want a very high-end kind of feel for your shop and you want to demand a higher price for your items, Comfort Colors might be my go-to. But for today, we're going to go with this unisex dry blend crewneck sweatshirt. And then all we have to do is click Start Designing. Now, if you never have before, you're definitely going to want to set up your Etsy account and have it integrated with Printify so that when we finish this product, it automatically is going to sync over to our Etsy shop like you will see here. If you don't know how to do that, I'm going to link this video here that has a full walkthrough tutorial. It just takes a couple minutes to do that. But the very next step we need to do is find out what niche we are going to sell. Now, this is the part of the process that really trips up a lot of new sellers. They either get very overwhelmed trying to find a niche to sell, or they kind of just run with their first idea and it might not be one that makes them sales. So for example, you might start a new print on demand business and then you see on Etsy that, okay, nurse shirts are selling like crazy. People are making thousands of sales a month selling nurse t-shirts. So I'm going to be the next biggest store that sells nurse items. Now, that is a great idea and nurse items are popular, but there is just way too much competition to probably just jump right in and start making generic nurse shirts. So you want to find niches that have a combination of two things. You want them to have high demand, so that means a lot of people are looking for them, but also low competition. So there's not a lot of other sellers doing this exact same thing. So a lot of times this is going to take either using some kind of resource. So for example, I have a free niche research guidebook that kind of walks you through coming up with 40,000 different niches. That is one method. Or you could use some kind of niche research tool, and that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to take you over to my favorite and probably easiest way to find niches. It's not a bunch of numbers thrown at you. It is very simple. And I have a little trick for how I have found some of my best sellers that have made me thousands and thousands of dollars for t-shirts and sweatshirts, this exact method that I'm going to show you guys today. So I am over on the niche research tool called Merch Informer. And basically what Merch Informer does is it takes all of the best sellers from Amazon and it's going to present them to you. Now, even though we are selling on Etsy, if niches and products are doing well on Amazon, that is a huge marketplace. So that's a big indicator that something like that is going to also do well on Etsy. So even though this is taking data from Amazon, I use it to find pretty much most of my Etsy bestsellers as well. Now, there are many tools here and I utilize a lot of them, but one of them that is the easiest to do do is if you go here to the product research section, you can go to something called movers and shakers. And basically all this category is merch items that have been posted for a while and then all of a sudden they just kind of skyrocketed in sales. So they started getting really popular for some reason and a lot of people are buying them. So that is a huge indicator for us that something is really popular and we could kind of tap into it now. So what you'll see here is there are just pages and pages of different items that are doing really well right now. So for example, like just a girl who loves cats and books, this is a good indicator that this niche is doing very well, this particular phrase, or the niches of cats and books. Those could all be things that we could take and run with. But what I typically like to look for, and this is kind of the gold mine for finding a good niche. So if you take nothing else from the video, this is probably the biggest nugget you can get from this, is I like to look for t-shirts with phrases on them that have really taken off in sales, but are either A, really badly designed, or B, there's really no design at all. It's just kind of text. So in either of those scenarios, I can take that same phrase or a similar phrase, and just by making either a better design or adding some additional elements to that phrase, I have a way better version of what's already selling well. So you never want to copy what's exactly here. So for example, like this one, even though I see that this is a good niche that is selling well, it already kind of has a good design. It's decent. And if I recreated it, it would almost look like an exact copy probably. But if this just said text in all white, just a girl who loves cats and books, I could take that and I could make a new version of it. So let's look here if we can find any of those. So I'm just scrolling through several of these pages here until we find something that kind of fits our criteria. So this is kind of an example of what I mean, of something that is trending and doing well, but it's kind of poorly designed. So I feel like the graphic and the text, they aren't very cohesive. It doesn't look like a great t-shirt to me. So I could take something like this and I can make a better version of it. That would be one way to really find a bestseller. But let's keep looking here. This is another one you could do something similar. So this just says, I'll just have the chicken tenders. You could use this same phrase, but put it with like a really fun, really oversized kind of basket of chicken tenders. You could put it in a better font, all sorts of stuff you could do that with this. But let's keep looking here. This is another one where this is a pretty good designed t-shirt, but if you wanted to make a different version or make it better, you could definitely add some graphics that are kind of related to like video games or maybe like doing side quests, fighting, those kind of things. That could be a way to make that better. Okay, after scrolling for a second, I think I found the perfect one for us to go for. So this right here is exactly what I'm talking about, where it's kind of poorly designed. So this has a couple little elements just thrown in here, but they're not symmetrical. They don't really match on the top and bottom. And one of them is just like randomly down here. And then there's this line. And then the text isn't great looking either, but it says, so apparently I have an attitude. I think we could take that, but put it in a better font, put better graphics with it, and just have a way more sellable design. So we're going to take this and we are going to go over to our design platform to get started on a design for our sweatshirt. Now I am over on Kittl, which is the design platform that I typically am using to make most of my print on demand designs. And I will link all their information down below for creating an account with them. But one of the things that I love is they have so many ready to use templates that we can take something like this idea we found on Merch Informer and we can pop it into a template that's already going to make it look 100 times better than the one that's selling super well on Amazon right now. And we didn't have to do a lot of the heavy lifting. So let's just look here and some of the ones that it thinks that I will like right now and see if anything could work really well for that. So apparently I have an attitude. I think this really fun kind of like groovy retro vibe could work super well. Okay, after looking for a second, I think that something like this could work really well. So let's go ahead and use this template and we are just going to change it to the text that we want. So I'm going to highlight this here. All right, so I just changed it to apparently I have an attitude, and I am just going to kind of resize this text so it fits on the canvas. Then I'm just kind of rearranging this here to all fit. All right, so I kind of rearrange all of the words to fit on this canvas here. And then I'm just going to kind of play around with some of these fun elements here. And I think the sparkles would kind of be funny around attitude. That would be super cute. I'm just moving these sparkles around. All right, and that is looking super cute. So if we're happy with it, we can just go over to the upper right-hand corner where it says export. And then we are going to change a couple of these download settings. So for the width, for t-shirts or sweatshirts, I like it to be at least 4,500 pixels wide. So we're gonna first just go ahead and change this to 300 DPI, which doesn't really matter as long as the pixels are correct. So we change that to 4,500 pixels, and then we're going to make sure and remove the background and then download that. Now we're gonna go over back to our Printify account, and we're going to start actually putting this on a sweatshirt and creating our listing for Etsy. So over on our sweatshirt right here, we're just going to go to the upload section and click on my device to select that new artwork. And then we can click on which color variants we want to include. So this white looks cute, but I also was thinking this would look really good on more of like a black sweatshirt as well. So we could do both of those variations right here. And then let's go ahead and look at the preview of what this would look like. That's looking really, really cute. And one of the next things we're going to do is make our own mock-up photo. I'll show you how to do that in just a couple seconds as well. So if we are happy with how that looks, we're going to go ahead and just click Save Product. And then because we're making our own mock-ups, the only other ones that I am going to include are going to just be the flat lay of what this item actually looks like. So we're going to keep both of those mock-ups here, but I'm not going to do any with people in them. So we'll save that selection. And now we're going to start editing things like the title, the description, adding tags, all of that sort of stuff. Now, the title is where a lot of people get tripped up and get very paralyzed, not knowing what to do. But Printify actually has a really cool tool, which is like an AI title and description generator. And all you have to do is kind of feed it the information about what keywords you want it to include, as well as kind of what this item actually is. So we're going to work with that right now. So I'm just going to tell it. So I just am messaging and saying this is a groovy retro girly crew neck sweatshirt that says apparently I have an attitude, and I'm going to send that, and it's going to start kind of analyzing our listing and come up with a great title and description for this that's optimized. So let's go ahead and apply that. And a lot of times this is a great jumping off point, and I do like to add a lot of other things. So I'm going to show you the things that I almost always include in my titles. So it says apparently I have an attitude, crew neck sweatshirt, groovy retro girly design. So I'm going to say groovy sweatshirt for girls, funny retro girly hoodie. So I like to kind of include all the different words that people might look for something like this. Okay, so I just used what they had and added a little bit to it. So apparently I have an attitude, crew neck sweatshirt, groovy sweatshirt for girl, funny retro girly hoodie, cute attitude problem gift 14. So I really wanted to include the word gift in there, because if someone looks up like best gift for teen girl, I have almost all those words. And then I wanted to include like groovy, retro, as well as sweatshirt, crew neck, hoodie. And then someone else might look up something like attitude problem sweatshirt or funny attitude problem gift. So I wanted to include that as well, because it kind of goes hand in hand with the niche that we chose. And then it filled out the entire description for us with a lot of those keywords, as well as included all of the product features right here. So we're going to leave that. And then it added some tags for us. And usually it does more than we're actually allowed to. So it has 20 out of 13 here. So I'm going to eliminate some of the ones that aren't very good. So I'm going to get rid of that one. All right, so I'm leaving all of those tags. And then down here in the shipping, it's automatically going to create a new shipping profile for us. Now, the pricing, we are going to edit this a little bit. So right now it's having us make about $20 profit per sale right here. But this number, it's not really a very clean price for this item. So I'm going to go ahead and edit the price to be $49.99. And even at $39.99, we would also be making profit. And then sometimes for these larger sizes, I'm going to change it to be a little bit more expensive because the profit margin is less. But for this one, I'm just going to have those larger sizes kind of be a little bit of a loss, but we're still going to make a decent amount of profit when we sell those. And then we're going to go ahead and just push publish, and it's going to sync all of that information to our Etsy shop. So right here, we can see that is publishing. Now, while that is working, we are going to do one of the next most important things, and that is creating a mock-up photo for this item. That sometimes can be the make or break for actually getting clicks and making sales. So we want this to be really, really good. So I am going to go over to Place It, which is a print on demand tool. It's a monthly subscription, very low cost, but you get access to not only a bunch of other print on demand tools, but thousands and thousands of mock-up photos that basically all you have to do is kind of import your design, and it's going to automatically format this for you. So you don't have to be good at making mock-ups at all to use this. And I will link them down below below. You can get a free trial, but even the monthly subscription is really worth it if it helps you get even 1 or 2 more sales. So I am just in their mockup section and I am looking at their sweatshirts, and I typically like to have a mockup photo with a real person in it. So that is what we're going to try and find. Now, a lot of these, they are going to be taller photos, but don't worry, we can crop any of them to be the perfect size for Etsy. And in fact, most of these we would crop because I don't like to show people's faces in mockups. I think it's kind of distracting from the product. So I'll show you how to do that as well. All right, so I'm looking through these and I actually really like this one here. I think this could work really, really well. So let's go ahead and edit this. And we're just going to click design right here. We're going to upload that exact same design. All right, so I clicked on that artwork and now I'm just going to move this to the top, kind of to where the placement is. All right, that looks pretty good. We're going to go ahead and set that and see how it kind of like warped and formatted to the actual clothing here. We didn't have to do that. Place It just did that automatically. And then we can decide if we want to showcase kind of the white one or we want the black color. But I kind of feel like the white looks pretty good. All right, so once we're happy with that, we can go ahead and click download. And then we're going to click this right here, which means resize. Now, this is the size you're going to want to remember for that Etsy thumbnail. It's going to be 2700 pixels by 2025 pixels. Now, all we're going to do is we're going to just slide this here to kind of prop in, and then we're going to do it just until we mostly have the sweatshirt in focus. So see how not only this looks a lot more readable, it's going to be bigger for people to see, but we're not going to get distracted by her face, but it still has a little bit of the background there. So that looks pretty good. And we're going to go ahead and download this. All right. And now we're going to go back over to our Printify account to see if this is finally published. So this is published. So now we're going to go log into our Etsy account. So I just logged into my Etsy and went over to my listings, and we can see that item has fully integrated here. But all we're going to do is we're going to click this gear icon and click edit. And then we're going to go over here to the thumbnail photos and we're just going to add another. And then we're going to make that the primary photo here. Now, all of our other information has synced over, so we don't need to edit that. But there is one more thing that I do like to edit on the actual Etsy listing itself, and that is the shop section. So the shop section, not only is it going to keep your items organized so shoppers can find what they're looking for, it's also going to act as an additional kind of SEO or a tag for your items. So it's important to have one that's very relevant to what you're selling. So I have like a sarcastic woman's shirt section, so I think that could fit right in there. And then for the renewal options, I am going to have it set to manual renewal, and this just means that when this listing expires, I don't want it to automatically recharge me and relist it to Etsy. First, I kind of want to review this, see if there's changes I can make to help it actually make a sale, and then I'm going to have it go back into my shop. And then also Etsy ads, sometimes it automatically will enroll you on those. If you are a new seller or if this is a new item, a lot of times I don't automatically just enroll them in Etsy ads. I think that that is a tool you should use either once you are making sales on an item to kind of boost it, or once you kind of know more what you're doing and what items probably will get sales. But for right now, I'm not going to enroll it and I'm just going to publish those changes. Now, once those all have been changed, we can go over here and view it on Etsy to see what the customer would see. And that is our final listing. Now, you could use this exact same process over and over again with so many other listings. Merch Informer is updating every single day, so there are new niches to find and discover there. And you could take the same concept for many other product types, including shirts, mugs, you name it. But again, I'll have all of the information for all the tools I used down below. I always try to put either a free trial option or the best pricing I have for you guys down there. So make sure you do check out those links. And if you want a more in-depth full tutorial of actually how to use Merch Informer and all the other tools that it also has, I highly recommend watching this video next. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.